rise. Court is now back in session. You may be seated.
All right, Ms. Roberts, you ready to throw in your proof?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll call Mr.
Todd, come up, please. And ask you, once you're up here, to raise your right hand and be placed under oath.
Would you state your name for me, please, sir?
Brian Webster Dodd?
Mr. Dodd, you are 56 years of age, is that correct?
Yes.
Your wife is 33, so there's a significant difference in y'all's ages, is that right?
Yes.
You have known Ms. Dodd for the better part of your life, is that correct? You're from your teenage years, correct?
We met when, I don't know, she was probably 3 or 4.
So the better
So
part of her
her
life.
year, her life, yes.
Her life. And so y'all known each other for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. At some point in time, did she actually move in with you and your wife
After her 18th birthday.
after her 18th birthday? And how many years did she live with y'all?
Till she started college, probably 1 maybe.
Okay. And then you and your wife adopted a child,
We did.
and that is Miss Abby, is that right? I think, is her name Abigail?
Yes, ma'am.
And she goes by Abby.
She does.
And where is Abby in school?
Fairview High School,
And is she a senior this year?
senior.
And she's 17?
She is.
And what type of residential schedule do you have with Miss Abby?
We're on a week-to-week schedule now.
Is it from Sunday to Sunday, Friday to
It
Friday?
is Sunday to Sunday.
Sunday to Sunday. So she comes to your house on Sunday and leaves on Sunday.
Correct.
And you had, during the course of y'all's time together, you and purchased a vehicle for her.
Yes,
And that's what she uses to drive around.
Yes.
Is that correct?
it is.
Do you have a support obligation for her other than providing that, other than just your out-of-pocket paying when she's there and providing her?
We do not.
Okay. You don't receive child support and you don't pay child support?
Correct.
But she is an in-home child living with you 50%
She is.
of the time?
Yes.
Does she have a room at your house,
Yes.
alone or with her
It's
house?
with my other daughter.
So the 2 girls share a room, 2 boys share a room?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you and she, as I asked Miss Dodd, you and Miss Dodd started having a romantic or a sexual relationship before your divorce from your first wife, is that
Yes.
correct? And you divorced, and then y'all pursued a relationship and ultimately married when she turned, I think, when she was 20, is that correct?
Correct.
And have y'all lived together since that period of time?
Yes.
Have there been any separations during the course of your marriage?
No.
When y'all married, did you already have a career? Were you working somewhere?
I was self-employed at that point.
Doing what?
Burglar alarm, fire alarm, CCTV.
Okay.
I was in the security business.
Okay, and was it an installation? Did you install them in homes and businesses, or did you service them? Was it a retail business?
Mostly retail, service and install.
And did you have a storefront?
No.
So retail out of your home?
Well, I didn't, I'm sorry, no. I serviced retail outlets. I was not a retail store.
You were not in the retail business,
No, ma'am.
selling alarms and things like that?
No.
You serviced retail establishments?
Correct.
Okay. And that's what you're doing now? You're servicing fire alarms now?
Yes.
Just so, not burglar, but just fire alarms, is that correct?
Some burg here and
Okay.
there. I mean, a little bit of everything.
And so you were first self-employed
Correct.
when y'all married?
Mhm.
And how long did you remain self-employed, sir?
Probably a couple of years too long. Till 2016, I think.
2016.
4 or 5 years after we married.
And how long were you married to your first wife?
20 years.
How long?
20 years.
20 years. And in that divorce, did you end up with some significant credit issues? Did you have some debt that you brought from one marriage into another marriage?
I didn't think so at the time, but yes.
Okay. What do you mean I didn't think so?
Okay. I had a credit card debt. The credit card company called me one afternoon while I was at work, said, hey, we need to figure something out. I tried to work out a payment plan. They were going to send me a booklet, he said, of payment cards or like coupons or whatever, so I could mail a payment in. And I never saw that. So after probably 60 days, kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you, and then called them back and they said, you know, that debt, we don't own that debt anymore. It's not ours. We're not going to do anything with it. So apparently they had sold it at that point, and but he said
I've let it go on for just a second, but this is all hearsay. We were getting through it, but I'd ask that objection, hearsay.
But
Well, the objection is as to what the credit card told him, company told him.
Well, Your Honor, again, it's not necessarily offered for the truth of the matter asserted. She talked about the fact that they came into this marriage, they started the marriage in a
Folks, let me
financial.
tell you, we've been on this case since yesterday, and we've been most of the day today, and I would focus, if I were you, on what the issues were that I need to hear. Whether or not he spent the night in a hotel with the other children in Jackson, is not necessarily going to help me decide this case. Right now, the most important thing to me is the parenting schedule I'm going to adopt. So I would focus on that for the remaining time that we have, and let me try to resolve this case for you today, if at all possible.
Yes, sir. And this was just, again, I was just getting it to the point of whether or not, asking the question, are you still paying on that debt in this marriage?
Well, I'm not sure that I understand the financial situation they're in anyway, because if they make a significant income, they're living in a house without without a mortgage payment to them at least, and she's working, he's working, and I don't know, it just seems like to me that there's some issue somewhere that I'm not identifying, but that is one issue, the issue having to do with temporary
Spousal
support.
support.
My main concern is what am I going to do about these kids? So,
Yes, sir.
all right, I'm
So-
sorry for interrupting you, go ahead.
So again, let me just get to you've heard her testify. Do you still have premarital debt that you are paying on now?
apparently yes, until I think June of next year.
Well, why do you say apparently? You either do or you don't, sir. Are you making a payment that is a
Yes.
premarital
Yes.
debt?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
And y'all been doing that?
yes.
Okay, so in the course of your work, you make how much money? I think I said $35 an hour. In fact, your paycheck stub, you make $39.13 an hour. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
$39.13.
13 cents.
Thank you.
And I passed to you a paycheck stub. And this is a paycheck stub that appears to be check ending, it was paid to you on 9/12 of 25. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a pay period from 8/24 to 9/6. So do you get paid every 2 weeks or twice a month?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. And is this actually a paycheck stub from your current employer state system?
It is,
And it says bi-weekly, is that right?
correct.
And again, doing some numbers and looking at that, you make year-to-date income is $65,178.48. Is that correct? Last line up in the top box,
Yes.
Fed taxable. Is that
Yes.
correct?
65,179.48.
Your Honor, we'll move that in as the next,
Right.
pass that to.
No
Number 3.
objection. And Jennifer, I don't mind to just stipulate to these two things if they will.
Okay. And Mr. Dodd, you have also, I've handed you an income and expense statement. Is that correct?
Yes,
You kept the income and expense statement?
got it,
Okay.
yes.
You'll pass that one just for you.
You gave us an extra one. Do you need one back?
No, you can, I couldn't, I was trying to get my fingers while burning. And you have assisted us and provided a handwritten that we've copied over into this as an income and expense statement that you have, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you'll look over that and ask, does that adequately reflect, for the most part, all of the the debts that y'all have throughout the course of your marriage?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, so I want to go over that with you. Again, $7,250 we've taken on that. A little bit different than another paycheck stub, but from your latest paycheck stub, you're making about $7,200 a month. Is that correct?
Yes,
And that's a little bit over what you would be doing if you were just making your regular hourly wage. Is that right? If you make $39 an hour times 40 hours. If you just made your hourly wage, you're making about $6,700 a month, but you're actually working a little bit of you're working some overtime. Is that correct?
it is, and I end up with a little bit of bonus here and there.
And so, and then again, in addition, sometimes you have to work over. Do you have other compensation that's provided to you? Do you make a bonus on occasion?
On occasion.
Is it a guaranteed bonus?
No, it is not.
But again, we've tried to include what your actual earnings are on this, not just your hourly wage, right?
Correct.
And again, taking the standard deductions, and I want to go over that just a little bit, because I was asking your wife about health insurance and saying was she correct in anything she testified to about the insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me about you provide insurance for your family, is that correct?
I have dental.
Do you provide insurance
Yes.
for your family? Is it through your employer, or do you have private pay?
Both.
Tell me, if you would, explain what your insurance is.
Okay. I have, our vision and dental insurance is paid for through my job.
And that's reflected on exhibit 3 that we've introduced.
Yes, ma'am. The, health insurance is through the health insurance marketplace,
Previously, were y'all eligible for TennCare?
not for a few years.
But back when
Yes.
you were self-employed, going through some change of
Yes.
employment,
Yes.
you were eligible for TennCare then.
Yes, the children were.
At some point in time, when you became employed, there's a secondary way for families to get insurance for children. It's called Cover Kids.
Correct.
And did y'all get Cover Kids at some point in time?
We did.
And who went through the process to get that?
I did.
Okay. And were your kids previously covered by Cover Kids?
Yes.
Did you, when your wife went to work a couple of years ago when she went to work at the daycare, or when she just went to work at Bank of Dixon?
I'm assuming it was the Bank of Dixon.
Did you recently receive a notification that because of
Yes.
the income, that they were no longer eligible
Yes,
for Cover Kids?
yes.
And what did you do?
I filed with the health insurance marketplace and got coverage for the entire family.
Okay. And that is an income-based,
It is,
and you have several you can pick from.
correct.
And what type of coverage did you pick? Is it a HMO, a PPO? Is there a deductible? What type of coverage did you pick?
It's a PPO.
A preferred provider option, is that correct?
I think so,
So there's certain doctors you can go to.
correct.
It's not just a generic 80/20, go wherever you want to.
No, ma'am,
It's a provider, so you got to pick a doctor within the network.
correct.
When you picked that, did you look to see, do you know who your children's pediatrician is?
Yes.
Who is it?
Savita Fanta,
Okay, and did you look to make sure that the children's provider was covered under the option that you selected?
I did.
Okay. And so, as a result of that, you have coverage on the marketplace, correct?
Yes,
But there's no cost to that coverage.
correct,
It's zero cost.
correct.
Of course, I've never understood that language, zero cost. It either costs something or it doesn't. But you have what's called zero cost.
Correct.
And is there a deductible?
Yes,
How much is your deductible?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Now, have you provided that insurance information to your wife?
Yes,
So she should have a card.
they're on the counter at the house.
When
Yes.
did you get the new cards?
2 or 3 months ago.
Okay. So if she only started to work in August,
Maybe, well, that may have been July. It may have been July. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
okay. But you made sure that you swapped from one coverage to another,
Yes,
and they had been covered.
correct.
Before, did you and your wife have coverage
Yes,
under the Cover Kids too?
no,
How did you have coverage?
marketplace.
So you and your wife has always had a separate marketplace,
Always no, but
well, within this past year or so.
it depends on the income and how we've had to work it over the years.
Okay, but
But
you
I've always worked it to where we had coverage.
had coverage. Are you obligated to keep your 17-year-old insured?
No, ma'am.
Her mother has her insurance?
Correct.
Okay. So again, looking at your paycheck and the deductions there, some of that is for vision and dental deductions.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a retirement plan?
No.
And so you just have taxes, FICA, and then the other things that are taken out. It's reflected on your paycheck
Yes.
on an average. Your wife has paying $90, and you heard her testify on her income and expense statement, that was as a result of y'all paying the taxes on your mother's home. Do y'all pay the taxes and the insurance on your mother's home?
We have the last few years, but prior to that, not, we didn't all the time.
Do you just pay it, do y'all save it up and pay it when it's due, or?
Usually when I get get our income taxes back at the end of the year in April, we pay it then.
And do you pay back your mother, or do you go to the county?
We go to the county and pay it.
And do y'all have renter's insurance?
We do.
And again, how is that paid?
Well, it was out of our joint checking account, but I paid it before it was due this time. May have been the day it was due.
And is that through Farm
I
Bureau?
don't remember, through Farm Bureau, but I paid it on their website.
But
and
y'all have renter's insurance, but does your mother have a fire policy or homeowners on that?
No,
So the house is uninsured,
at this point, yes,
okay, and there's not a mortgage owed on it?
correct.
And all of the money was your mother's money that paid for that house? Y'all didn't put any of your private money or what y'all earned in that house?
It was my parents, but yes,
Because your father passed away?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the gas, water, and electric, asking her, you've got those as an average, is that correct?
It is.
And then you've got cable and internet 75, and you have mobile 0, but you saw on hers where you're paying $400 and some odd dollars. That's
Yeah, I thought I put that on there because it was like, I think it was $390 or something like that, the last payment to Verizon.
but that would be this combo of mobile phone and internet, and looking at this when we've gone over it, that is closer to the almost $400, isn't that correct? Because it's got, as I asked her, you've got 4 phones,
Yes,
2 iPads, and
yes,
the internet for your house.
yes.
So-
The cable internet was, or is, I guess, kind of a guesstimation for Netflix, all the different, I don't
Those
know.
are subscriptions.
They are, and I don't know which ones we pay for. It was a guesstimation.
But again, just putting the mobile and the internet are together through Verizon.
Correct.
And what she testified to was correct.
Yes,
Okay, and then you got your vehicle operation. Is this just for your gas and oil and maintenance? Is that just for your vehicle, or is that for all of them?
it's a guess for all of them.
All of them. Do you have to drive, do you have a company vehicle when you
I
go?
do.
So you just drive, do you have to bring the company vehicle home?
I do.
So you're not really you're not incurring an out-of-pocket expense to go to and from work
No, not to go to and from work, just weekends when I'm riding around town with the kids.
with your private vehicle?
Which quite honestly isn't that much,
Okay.
so,
And then the 360 is your vehicle, your daughter's vehicle, and your wife's vehicle.
yes.
And again, average on the license. Again, the health insurance and the life insurance, you've explained that. What is your personal loan of $660?
That is the credit cards,
That we were discussing earlier, or new credit cards?
no, the ones we were discussing earlier.
That's your premarital?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have a
No,
MasterCard?
no, that's where I said sorta a minute ago. Part of that was credit, the last part of that loan, it was, I think I owed 6,000 from debt that was accrued from overdraft and a mess that we let ourselves get into. The next 6,000, it was a $12,000 loan. The next 6,000 of that was, or 75 maybe, I'm not sure exactly, but was the credit card where they garnished my check and seized my assets and all that. And that is what we rolled into and made a $660 payment.
So that's post-marital and premarital.
Both, yes,
Okay. You've got a MasterCard,
I do.
and you just pay the minimum monthly on it? You carry a balance on that?
There's a balance on it right now, but I typically pay more than the minimum payment,
And what is the balance on that MasterCard?
$750 something, I'm
$750?
give or take.
The vehicles, y'all have a 2024 and a 2021 Toyota.
Correct.
The 24 is the vehicle she drives,
Yes,
your wife drives, and the Toyota is what your daughter drives.
yes.
What kind of vehicle do you have?
I have a 2017 Dodge Journey.
And that's what you drive around town?
Yes,
And then your monthly expenses, you've got food at $250 for both parent and child, so about $500 a month. During the course of y'all's separation, has the food bill just still come out of the joint account?
up until recently, yes.
Okay, up and until when?
Oh, well, no, it's the joint account. And I have sent her money to buy groceries after that.
So when y'all been playing this musical chairs on houses, y'all buy groceries?
Yes,
And they're in the house?
yes,
She eats them, she and the kids eat them during the week?
yes,
And you eat the same groceries at the end of the week? Or do
Yes.
you go get more groceries?
I have gone and brought groceries home also.
And then laundry and cleaning, you separated out, kind of getting soap powders and dishwashing liquid and laundry detergent. And you have to have some dry cleaning too?
No,
So that's just soap and stuff for your laundry, doing laundry, correct?
cleaning supplies, general stuff, cleaning around the house.
Okay. Then recreation at $200 for parents, what is that?
Guess,
Beg pardon?
a guess at.
Well, I mean, what do y'all
we
do,
would-
what are you doing spending $200 a month? Sounds like y'all can't manage your money.
Well, we're
I
not.
don't mean to be blunt.
No, you're fine. We're not doing, I mean, we don't do a whole lot of really anything, but if the kids want to go to a movie, if they want to go, for a special event or a special occasion or something, we'll go to the trampoline park. We just took Graham to the trampoline park for his birthday.
Okay, and so that's where that's kind of coming in for
Yes.
family events. This isn't you just running and going, playing golf or
No,
doing anything. This is more family-oriented events, just. And then the children, food, clothing, recreation at $200. And then dance and baseball, that's for Ella and for JB, is that right?
yes. Again, it was a guesstimation on cost,
So
so,
again, when you add these debts and expenses, we've added it up. It actually shows that y'all got about $1,800 left. You should have about $1,800 left at the end of the month. Is that really, truly what y'all got? Do you have a surplus of money left?
I've never seen $1,800 left at the end of a month.
Okay. Do you have to walk, she testified that you have to walk around with $500 in your pocket?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Do you have $500 that you have the availability to walk around that with your pocket, in your pocket? I mean, do you have that much money left?
You
at the
need to
end
be
of the month?
careful how you answer that question, because Ms. Roberts has a tendency sometimes, especially in child support cases, to instruct a person to stand up and empty their pockets, including their wallet, so they can determine how much money they have.
And based on that, Mr. Dodd, I did look in your wallet just a minute ago, didn't I?
You did.
Looked at how much money you had in it.
You did.
So Judge Wolfe knows me. When we took a recess, I did exactly that, correct?
Yes,
And you don't have $500 in there, did you?
I do not.
I think you had 7?
Either 7 or 12, I'm not.
700?
No, 7.
dollars.
I can't remember if there were 2 5s and 2 1s. I thought there was a 5 and 2 1s.
It may be.
Pull it out, let's look.
I don't care.
Okay,
Let's
never
move
mind.
on.
Yeah,
Let's
and
move on.
I'll stipulate he's got $12 today in his pocket.
Sounds good to me.
When was the last time you had $500 in your pocket?
Of my money, of a long time.
Okay, well, whose else money would you have in your pocket?
borrowed money that I borrowed that I was repaying someone else.
From who?
My mother,
That's your mother seated here. What's her name?
Mary, died.
And Mary owns that property, that house,
She
correct?
does.
And out of her grace and goodness, y'all live there for free.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Your Honor, we would move this in as the next exhibit.
Right.
That would be Exhibit 4.
Yes, ma'am. You're gonna mark that one.
Now, Mr. Dodd, y'all have 3 children. Tell me what their names and ages are.
JB, Jedediah Brian, and he's 12. Ella Marie is 10, and Barrett Graham is 6.
Okay. And during the course of your marriage, you have previously testified, and you heard nobody disputed that it was y'all's intention for her to be a stay-at-home mom during the early years of your children. Is that
Yes.
correct? Was that sometimes hard financially?
Yes,
But what was your responsibility in this family?
to bring home the money,
Okay, and what was her responsibility?
to keep the home.
Okay, and did some of that lap over when you brought the money home? Who typically sat down and paid the bills?
She did.
Okay, and then would you just have nothing to do, according to what her testimony was, is you didn't have nothing to do with your kids.
No,
Is that true?
not at all.
Tell me about your interaction with your children on a daily basis. A day in the life of the Dodds, you get up and you go to work. What time you leave?
Usually before the children were awake.
Okay,
In the last few years anyway, probably the last, since 2019. I'm typically gone before they get out of bed or right as
well,
they're
what
getting
time do
out
they
of
get out
bed.
of bed?
6:30, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay,
So I'm typically leaving for work at that point. Afternoons and evenings, I mean, we play games, we do whatever. I mean,
help their homework?
I've got really smart kids that don't have a lot of homework, to be honest with you. Abigail, my 17-year-old, surpassed my homework skills in 7th grade. So she's a little above my pay grade on that one. But if they had it and they need it, I mean, we've done projects together. I've helped JB with some science projects and stuff like that he's built.
What time of the day would you,
4-H
what
projects.
time of the evening would you usually get home?
It depends on the day. I do service, so I don't have you start at 7, you get off at 4. I don't have a set schedule. I don't go in and punch a time clock anywhere. I get in my van and I drive where they tell me to drive until it's time to go home. And some days that's 5 o'clock. On the rare occasion, it's 6:30 or 7 o'clock, but
Those are rare.
they are. And some of those days, I mean, it's 3:30, 4 o'clock when I'm getting home. So it's not, it depends on the day and what we've got going on as far as work.
Okay. And so your kids, again, in the most recent, your kids are all in school now.
Yes,
And your youngest has been going to preschool since he was 2.
yes,
So you would get up, go to work, she would tend to the kids and do the day-to-day stuff with the kids.
correct.
Typically, if the kids got sick, if they had to go to the doctor, it was during the day. And would she go and carry you?
Yes,
Would you be informed?
yes,
Y'all communicated and knew what was going on with your kids?
yes,
And did you think that was working?
yes.
Okay. When you came home, would you help with dinner if it wasn't already done?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. She said she had made the comment, her friend and her had made the comment that you had to be served dinner. You ever demanded that you be served dinner?
No, I have not.
Has she done it?
Yes,
She brought you a plate.
she has.
You've been
Multiple times.
You appreciative of that?
Absolutely.
Was that an expectation?
No, it was not.
Was it a demand?
No, ma'am.
Did you think she did it because she loved you?
I did.
At any point in time, did she ever voice and saying, I ain't waiting on you, get up and feed yourself?
Maybe once or twice, yeah, a time or two. I mean,
And what did you do?
I got up and fed myself.
Okay.
And it may have been joking or in that manner. I'm not but yeah,
It wasn't ever a source of controversy, was it?
no, ma'am.
Did you know it was a problem until today when,
No,
do you help with laundry and cleaning the house?
yes.
She would, based on her testimony, your kids are nasty and stink after you leave. That true?
Judge, objection, that was not the
Paraphrase.
testimony, and that is a misrepresentation.
Sustain the objection.
Your wife said that you do not, that you have significant hygiene problems and let your daughter's hair get greasy.
Every weekend before church, either on Saturday night or Sunday morning, all 3 or 4, if Abigail is home, children get showers. All of them. Now, Abigail is 17. I'm not gonna wash her hair for her. She don't want me in the bathroom when she's taking a shower. Ella, JB is 12. He's a big boy, can do it himself. Ella is the same way at 10. She washes her own hair. Sometimes maybe she don't do a good job, but she brushes it out. I mean, I'm not very good at doing little girls' hair. I proved that with Abby a long time ago. But Graham showers regularly when I am at home with him. I put him in the shower and make sure he's clean.
Now, Abigail, no, excuse, not Abigail, but Ella, is a 10-year-old little girl.
She is.
Okay, coming into her own as far as privacy is concerned. Do you even feel comfortable going in the bathroom while she's nude and showering?
I do not.
Does her mother? I mean, when you, I know you just left and y'all started doing this 50-50 and not living in the household together just at the beginning, middle of this summer, right?
Yes.
Before that, is there something that Ella just doesn't tend to her hygiene? You ever known that be an issue?
I mean, when she was younger, she didn't wash her hair very well, but I mean, she was young.
Well, this last school year, when she was in 4th grade and 3rd grade, again, she's a 3rd grader. Did her mother get in the shower with her and wash her hair, or was that her responsibility?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I assumed she did it herself at that point.
Okay. But you don't know?
I do not.
Okay. But have they ever, I mean, again, you've heard her testimony, and I can go and get my notes, that there's been multiple times that the kids have not been bathed. She can tell they're dirty. Obviously that the kids haven't showered.
That is incorrect. Never has there been a weekend that I have been at the house since June the 14th that my children have not had showers.
Now,
Not the first time.
Ms. Duke asked JB when we were back there about showering. He said he got up late one Monday and didn't shower and went to school.
He typically showers daily now because he wants to and he feels better when he does.
12-year-old boy starts,
Needs to, yeah.
they start to smell sometimes
do.
that age, don't they? Okay. Now, does he use deodorant yet?
Yes,
Okay. And is that part of what y'all make sure that you purchase and make sure all the
Yes.
girls have all the things that they need?
yes,
You go to the grocery store?
I do.
Have you gone during the course of your marriage?
I have.
Perfectly capable of cooking a meal?
I am.
Do you eat out all the time?
No.
Tell me a day, it was since the separation on Father's Day, when she told you on Father's Day, and you come in on weekends.
Yes.
What's y'all's day in the life of, if you would?
Okay. It depends on what time I get home and how much time I have to cook a meal. Okay? I don't want to feed the children supper at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So if I get home and it's 5:30 already, I order pizza. Okay? Typically, Saturday morning, we'll get up, either I make something or we just kind of wing it. We get a bowl of cereal, get a fruit snack, get a piece of fruit, something like that. Kids don't typically eat a real big breakfast anyway.
On Saturday mornings, are you one of these parents that, okay, get up, Or do they stagger their get up depending on what they gotta do on Saturday?
Well, Graham is normally up around 7 anyway, and he has found his iPad and crawled into bed with me. The other three, it's wake up time, whatever. I mean, you know, I typically let them sleep a little late on Saturdays.
Okay. And then what do you, and so everybody, either you might fix a breakfast or you,
Wing it is what we call
everybody
it.
gets something when they get up and get moving.
Yes.
Okay, and then what?
Typically, I mean, if we don't have something planned for the day, if we don't have somewhere to go or somewhere to be, we clean the house.
And what does that entail?
The children clean their rooms, and I clean our bathroom. We've got this odd little room between our bathroom and bedroom and our bedroom. And then we will normally sweep the entire house and then mop the entire house.
And it's kind of a family event.
It is. It's
Engage
all
the
hands on
kids.
deck, yes.
And then y'all fix supper on Saturday nights? Y'all go out, or lunch? What do you do for lunch?
Typically, we'll have a sandwich or have, you know, the kids will say, can we stop and make lunch? They'll eat pizza rolls or something. I mean,
Stuff that's in the refrigerator in the
yes,
house.
yes.
And then Saturday night, what y'all do?
It depends again on the day and what we've got scheduled. Sometimes I'll make spaghetti or we'll cook something. I mean, some kind of a meal for supper. We've
Grill
had-
burgers or?
Well, no, not typically grilling burgers, but yeah. What we do, you know, we'll either do that or, I mean, it depends on the weekend and again, what we do, we may go we may go out and eat.
Go out and eat?
We might,
Okay.
It's
You
a
spending quality
possibility.
time with your children?
absolutely.
Okay. You going out to, J. Alexander's in Nashville or going to Mario's or anything like that? Or you just
No.
running by Mexican or Burger King?
They typically will either pick Zaxby's or Arby's or some fast food place or something like
Y'all go get it and
that. Sometimes, yeah.
spend Saturdays together as a family?
Yes.
And then what happens on Sundays?
We get up Sunday morning and they either get up with me because I have sound. I'm on the sound team at church, so I'm in the sound booth doing that. They'll either get up with me and go to church, which I have to be there early, so it's kind of a grab and go breakfast again, grab a, you know,
Granola bars?
food bar, yeah, granola bar, Pop-Tart, something like that, piece of fruit, whatever. And then we run off to church. If Abby is home and she wants to, after, I will either lay Graham's clothes out for him or put them on him before I go to make sure that he's dressed. And then she'll bring them to church at 9 o'clock because I have to be there at 8. So one way or the other, he gets dressed and sometimes she picks it out. So, you know, she wants to make sure he coordinates. I'm not best at that either, so.
And so she kind of dresses him up sometimes?
Sometimes
Okay. And she'll drive them to church?
she does,
And then they go to Sunday school?
yes.
And then y'all go to service, y'all go to the late service or the
10:30 service.
10:30 service?
They'll come in there and if I'm in the booth, they'll typically come up there and sit where I am. And if not, then we all sit down on the floor.
And then, but y'all leave and go do something on Sunday after church?
We'll either, sometimes we'll go eat Mexican. That's kind of our Sunday thing is we'll go eat Mexican food at one of the 2 or 3 places in town. And, you know, we try to go visit my mother in Franklin at least every couple of weeks. I mean, it don't always happen every week like I would like, but sometimes, you know, like last weekend, she didn't see the kids because we were in Jackson at a ball tournament. And the house didn't get touched last weekend because we weren't there.
Because you left early Saturday. Did you get a hotel room for what night?
For Saturday night,
So y'all got up and drove down Saturday
correct.
and then spent the night in Jackson Saturday night
Yes,
with all the kids? Other family members from the team stay too?
I don't know.
Okay. And
So they've
then,
been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out,
Yes.
pretty much. I mean, we spent a lot of time talking about Jackson. It doesn't matter to me whether he rented a hotel room or drove, so.
again, Your Honor, she has raised that he's
I
doing that, and I
understand
just
his-
feel
and
necessary
I know
to
the
create
need
the
to
record.
respond quid pro quo, but I'm just telling you that that is not an issue for this court to give any weight to. I've been there, you've been there, she's been there. All of us know that when you have a tournament someplace and your kids are gonna have an early game or even a noon game, you don't want them driving, getting up at the crack of dawn, driving, 2 or 3 hours in a car, then have to play a sport. They need to rest, and I think it was quite reasonable for him to rent a room. And it would have been a family adventure if he did. So I don't consider that to be an issue in this court.
Okay.
So excuse me for interrupting
That's-
and interspersing June Carter and Jimmy and Johnny Cash, but I couldn't resist because we keep talking about Jackson.
Went to Jackson. Yeah. And so, again, y'all come home on Sunday after church, go visit or do things, and then what time the kids get in bed?
Around 8:30 or so.
Okay, did they get themselves in, did the older ones get themselves in bed?
I mean, I basically say, okay, it's bedtime, and then everybody comes and gives hugs and kisses, and I make sure everybody gets in bed because the boys are, well, they're boys, and
And they share a room.
they do, and there's always some sort of noise coming out of that room about 15 minutes after bedtime. So I have to kind of go put the hiatus on that to slow that mess down, and then everybody pretty much goes to bed and goes to sleep.
Okay, and then then you get up, you get the kids up on Monday morning,
Usually, yes.
and get them ready to go.
Yes.
Does mom usually come pick them up?
No,
You usually carry them, or somebody pick them up?
I take them.
You take them. There's occasion you gotta go in early,
There is.
and do you make arrangements?
I do.
On one occasion, did you call her and say, hey, I gotta go to work, will you come get them?
I did.
And do you think that was appropriate behavior on yours to include mom?
Correct.
This past week, you got somebody else to
I'm
come.
gonna object to the leading. I've let it go on to get it.
Again, I'm trying to rush through. I'll rephrase.
Understand.
Did you get somebody else to come pick them up?
I did.
Who?
Connie Barnett.
And that's her cousin.
Yes,
Still thought you had a good relationship with them?
I do.
Okay. Has Connie provided transportation for your kids before?
Before, yes.
Yeah, okay. Nothing unusual, that
No.
the kids know her?
Yes,
Okay. And then you leave to go to school, you leave to go to work, kids go to school,
correct.
and then you work and go to your mom's.
Yes.
Now, you have week to week with your daughter, and again, when you moved out of the house, did you believe that y'all were working on just a separation and going to reconcile?
I do. Yes. And to touch on the moved out of the house, I did not move out of our home.
Well,
I simply am staying with my mother a few days a week,
and
and then
again,
I come back home to the children.
you're not there 24,
No, I am
you did
not.
not abandon that home.
No, I did not.
You agreed to do what?
To share the home so the children could stay in the home, which is the home they were born and raised in.
But did you think that that was going to be a permanent arrangement?
No, I did not.
Had y'all discussed divorce at that point in time?
No.
You heard her say that she approached you on Father's Day, or the weekend of Father's Day, which I assume the Saturday before, and said, I'm unhappy and I need a separation.
Correct.
Okay? And did you think that you were doing best to give her the time and space that she asked for?
I did.
And then you got, unbeknownst, she filed for divorce and you got served.
Well, I got an envelope in the mail a couple of days prior to that, and it was from the lawyer's office, so I kind of assumed that's what it was. And
Okay.
then a couple of days later, I got served at, well, they tried to serve me at my mother's. I was at work and picked up the paperwork the following Monday morning.
Okay. And that was just a week, 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, week before last. You came in last week and hired me,
Yes,
okay, and you had gotten it the following week.
I think that sounds right.
Now, have you ever forced yourself sexually on your wife?
No,
She said that you have effectively committed spousal rape.
No.
Well, why do you hesitate?
There are things that we have done in our private time that I would really rather not bring up in court.
Have you forced yourself on her?
No.
Have y'all willingly participated in a sexual relationship
Yes.
as two consenting adults?
Yes.
Whatever you've done, has it been against, to your knowledge, has it been against her will?
No.
Has she ever told you to stop and you not stop?
Possibly.
Okay. And when was that?
Years ago.
Years ago? Okay. She a good mother?
I think so.
You think you're a good father?
Yes.
Did you try to fulfill your obligation that y'all set forth when you married, for you to be the breadwinner and her to be the
Yes.
day-to-day parent? Do you want to maximize your time with your children?
I do.
You do not own your home. And you have week to week with your daughter, at least for the next several months. She's set to graduate in May.
Till she turns 18 in July.
And during the pendency of this, you want to spend your week with her in your home.
Yes.
And again, she is 17 and is capable, if you have to leave, she's capable of being there.
She is.
And if she provided that service to y'all when y'all been married, if you and your wife are out, has your daughter tended to
Yes.
the younger children?
She has.
And you believe what do you believe the best schedule is for your children?
I believe week to week.
And you don't dispute during the course of your marriage that she has been the person that does the day-to-day parenting?
Objection asked and answered. I'm just trying to move it along.
I don't know that that specific question has been asked and answered overruled.
And it really is a leading question, so.
That, it is leading, so sustain it on that basis.
Okay. Now, let's just kind of slow it down then, and we'll see what we can get to before 4 o'clock, before we quit. Are you capable of, have you done laundry and cooked and cleaned and done things for your children?
Yes, I
Objection
have.
asked and answered. That all has been asked and answered.
I mean, I do understand that he has testified that he can do all of that, and I've made notes to that effect. But
And
sustain
you
the
want to be
objection.
given the opportunity to do that?
I do that anyway, every Saturday.
She has said that she wants to take time away from you.
Yes.
Has she offered any valid reason when you've heard her testimony
No.
in order to do that? Now, you don't like this lady sitting back here with her that she doesn't call by her name, she just keeps referring to as best friend. This Heather Halsey. You don't care for her, do you?
No.
Why?
Never have. Why would take way too long at this point?
Okay. She's no relative to your children.
No.
Your son articulated something that happened this past Monday that concerned you.
Yes.
Do you think it's appropriate for anybody to speak badly about you or their mother to your children?
No, I do not.
And are you concerned that she's doing that?
I'm going to object to that because that's actually a misstatement. The testimony was not that she spoke badly, that she said, why did somebody send the child to school in sweatpants?
You didn't say, I remember, because I was sitting there when JB testified, and what his statement was, is that Ms. Halsey, when the younger boy, Garrett, or whatever his name,
Graham.
right, when he got out of school, that he was no longer wearing the shorts that he had left home in, he was wearing sweatpants. And that Ms. Halsey allegedly stated, why would your dad put you in sweatpants when it's 90 degrees outside? That was the statement that was made, so.
That bothered you, did he articulate that bothered him?
Yes.
Objection to leading again.
Overruled.
Do you want anybody around your children who is not supportive of your relationship with them and the mother's relationship with them?
No, I do not.
And again, you've heard her testimony here today. Do you think she's a divisive person in y'all's marriage?
Yes,
You have the availability, if you had the kids for a week, where she doesn't need to pick them up, does she?
correct.
You don't have to depend on her.
No,
Who can you depend on when you're not available?
friends and family. I have had a multitude of people volunteer to help me with the children if I need it.
Okay. But again, the likelihood of you needing it, other than having somebody there when the kids get home from school,
When we talked about the separation, I actually mentioned putting them in aftercare if need be, so that if I had to work past 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, that the school would take care of them until I got there.
and they're in Burns
They are.
Elementary.
Yes,
And Burns Elementary has an aftercare program that ends at what time?
6 o'clock, I believe.
And then JB is at the middle school, and they don't have an aftercare program.
But he can go to the elementary school.
They-
I'm pretty sure.
But again, he's capable of riding a bus going home too. Does the bus come to y'all's house?
But yeah, I'm sure it does.
You haven't had to use that, but
We've
y'all are zoned for
Correct,
Burns.
yes,
So he can ride a bus, and your daughter would be there on your week
correct,
when he got home. Or close there too.
yes.
Does she have extracurricular activities outside of the,
Not right now. She will have flag football whenever that season rolls around.
this is spring sport for the girls? But as far as you know, do you believe that your mother is willing to allow your soon-to-be ex-wife to stay in the home at least for a period of time until she can relocate?
I don't know.
You don't, she has,
I would say no, but I haven't asked her that question.
okay. But you don't have an issue of going week to week in the home for a period of time until she can relocate? You want to keep the kids in the house as long as possible?
I would, yes,
You're planning on staying there permanently?
yes,
That's been the kids' home for their entirety of their life?
it has.
And you believe doing that is in the children, a week to week is in the children's best
I do.
interest? Now, you get all the fun time with them now. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. Again, when I say fun time, you don't have to get them up and carry them to school every day and pick them up from school and do their homework and pack their lunches and doing all that. You understand that? Are you capable of doing those things?
That's been a joint effort since they started school anyway. Yes, I am capable.
Do they bring lunches? Or do they eat it?
Sometimes. Today, JB packed the lunch. I mean, we talked about it last night. Normally, he eats at school, so.
Okay. Again, she's painted you as just a lazy person who sits on the couch and let the house, y'all had a bunch of junk in the basement. Don't know that the court really wants to get into that, but is there a rendition of her friends coming into your home and cleaning out the basement? Was that an accurate depiction of what went on?
No.
Tell me what went on.
Friday evening, her husband brought a trailer that we went to the basement, me included, and we loaded that first night. We loaded everything up, kind of moved some stuff around to see what else was going to go. Saturday morning, came back early after unloading the trailer, and we reloaded it again. We being me also. I was there all 3 days working to unload and get the stuff out of the basement that needed to go.
And what condition's the basement in right now?
Better than it was. It's still got some clutter that quite honestly needs to be straightened up, but it hasn't been yet.
Okay.
But it's not packed full of mess.
Where
like
it was packed full of
It
mess,
was,
wasn't it?
absolutely.
And that was 3 years ago?
I'm not sure the dates, to be honest with you.
One last week,
No,
wasn't it this year, was it?
no.
Are you secure in your job?
Yes,
You anticipate any changes?
no.
And you understand even with a 50-50 schedule, you make more money than your wife does presently.
Yep,
And you have no problem paying whatever the calculated support is.
I have to, I have to. I don't have a problem with it. We do what we do.
But again, with that, in the calculation, again, why does she have a separate bank account? Tell me about y'all's bank. Do you now have a separate account?
I do.
And when did you get that separate account?
I don't remember. A couple of 3 years ago, maybe, a couple of years.
So you've had an account where your check goes.
No. No, my check went into the joint checking account and we had a conversation a couple of years ago about her money was her money and my money was our money. So I was going to take $200 a pay period and put it into my account so that if I had something I wanted to buy, I could buy it. If I had something that needed to be paid, I could pay it. I've bought groceries out of it. I've paid for gas. Whatever needed to be taken care of. I don't spend a lot of money anymore.
And then she had the account. When she started earning money, she put it in a separate account.
Yes.
Did you ever have dominion and control or even know what she did with her money?
No. I knew where it went. I knew what bank it went to, but
But then all of your money would go, you would withdraw money, and then all of the bills were paid out of the joint account.
yes. For the most part. I mean, I'm sure she paid something every now and then, like I did, out of my personal account, but I don't know,
So from a standpoint of dividing out the debts and what needs to be paid, do you have a problem continuing to put your check into the account to pay for the cars, the gas, water, electric? And then you buy your groceries, you pay for your groceries when you're in the house, and she pays for hers when she's in the house. But having sufficient funds in that joint account just to pay those fixed expenses that are are your gas, water, electric, and all that automatically deducted?
they're not.
Y'all pay them online, or
Sometimes,
do you write a check?
sometimes go pay them in cash in person.
But again, put sufficient money in there to do that, to pay the personal, do you write the personal loan out of your checking account or out of the joint?
Typically, I call the bank and have him transfer it out of the account,
Out of the joint or yours?
out of the joint.
Okay, so that's paid out of the joint, the utilities are paid out of the joint. Her car and Abby's car is paid out of the joint.
They have been, yes.
So if that money goes into that account in a pro rata share, part of yours and part of hers goes in to pay those expenses.
It's just been my money going into that account.
Okay. But do you think she has an obligation to contribute to those fixed expenses if she's asking to stay in the house?
Yes,
She needs to contribute.
sure.
She needs to contribute to her car payment.
Sure.
Objection to leading again.
Does she need to contribute to her car payment?
She does.
You understand it's your daughter's car?
Yes.
You don't want your daughter there alone with her at this point in time?
My daughter doesn't want to be there alone with her at this point in time. She articulated that to me last night.
I'm gonna object, that's hearsay.
You don't want your daughter there?
I do not. I do not.
I agree, Your Honor, just trying to,
I do not. My apologies.
she's not gonna come unless you're there on a weekly basis.
Correct.
And you think that's, again, you want her to have a relationship with your children, with her her half siblings, correct?
Yes.
And that can be accomplished by y'all going in and out of the house, either on a Friday or a Sunday or whatever day in the middle of the week. Does it matter which day of the week that y'all exchange?
Abby is there from Sunday to Sunday.
So you want to correspond with Abby's schedule, correct?
Yes.
You think that would be best for everybody?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Duke?
Sir, you've raped your wife and don't know why she wants a divorce. Can you explain that to me?
Objection, assuming facts not in evidence.
Nope.
He said he forced himself on her.
Your Honor, again, I object for the classification of she said she's raped.
The terminology of rape, I think is the question that was, the objection is based on that. And I would sustain because that was not the word used, forced himself upon her. And I think he denied that as well. But you can ask the question whether or not he considers himself to have done those things, but right now he has not admitted that, so.
Well, he did say that he had gone past consent.
He said that he had not stopped when she asked him to stop.
Yes. And you don't know why she wants a divorce when you did not stop having sex with her when she asked you to?
Right.
Now, may I approach him?
You
There's a
may.
number.
Oh, it's probably something added up from food where it says other monthly expenses.
Food, add those, so the category of other monthly expenses is $1,285.
That would be my guess. I did.
Your Honor, again, if I could, as Ms. Duke did, when she made the mistake on hers and I graciously allowed her to do it, she approached me and showed me what she did. May I do the same?
You may show her what you're referring to, yes.
I did not type
Other
this out,
monthly.
no.
440, your wife has actually been paying that, correct?
No,
Toyota,
no.
that's coming out of your account?
That has came out of our joint account.
And after the divorce was filed, you stopped putting money into the joint account unless she asked you for it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you know that you were under an injunction when the divorce was filed not to change anything that you'd been doing?
Objection, Your Honor, objection, mischaracterizing the statutory language. That is not the language of the statutory injunction.
Saying that is not the language of the statutory injunction.
Did you make changes to the way that you had been doing things?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you do that under the instruction of someone else?
No.
Okay. You did that of your own behest
Yes.
and made your wife have to ask you for monies in order to get groceries?
She has a job and works every day just like I do.
That wasn't my question, sir.
No.
Okay. And in the history of your marriage, that's never how you've done things, has it?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you agree with me, sir, that the house was left in disarray, and you went back and you said, yes, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. You left dishes in the sink, you left clothing everywhere. You left that morning in a hurry to get to Murfreesboro at 6 a.m. Is that fair?
You're asking me to remember an exact detail of an exact day that I don't remember.
But-
I remember the pictures that she sent me of Graham's clothes and the little cubbies pulled out. Yes, I remember that.
And the stinky dishes in the sink that had not been loaded into the dishwasher. Had they been loaded, she wouldn't have complained. Is that fair?
No, that's not fair at all. She would have complained if I'd have did it perfectly.
Okay. Name one meal other than spaghetti that you have cooked for your family.
Chicken parmesan,
When was that?
steaks, burgers.
Okay. When Miss Roberts asked you about burgers and was telling you, you've been grilling burgers a minute ago.
But again, I am going to object to the question as argumentative.
It's not argumentative.
When Ms. Roberts told you you were grilling burgers,
She did, and I let him answer the question.
no, Your Honor.
If I understand correctly, you're objecting to the fact that she says you told him he was grilling burgers?
And he corrected her and said that, no, I'm not grilling burgers.
Not lately.
If I may, just for a second. My understanding is the objection is to the form of the question, sustain the objection, because my recollection is that Ms. Roberts' question was, did you grill, something of the effect, did you grill burgers, or you grill burgers? And he said, no, I didn't. So
Okay.
I don't consider that to say her telling him he grilled burgers.
I don't mind to rephrase it. That's fine.
Rephrase your question. We're going to be
Well,
stopping
Your Honor,
at
again, I understood you sustained
4:30 in
the,
the afternoon. I've had all I want. So we're going to quit at 4:30 regardless of where you are. If you keep going, we'll pick it up at 8 o'clock or 8:30 tomorrow morning. And I have a criminal motions that I have set. So we'll come back tomorrow morning at 8:30 and pick it back up unless you have some conflict, in which case we'll be back on another chancery day. So
I think I can finish it up real quick. So now you've said in the last couple of months you've grilled burgers, but you told Ms. Roberts you had not been grilling burgers.
I didn't say in the last couple of months.
Now, Heather Halsey has been in your kids' lives for 8 years. She's an integral part of your children's lives.
Your Honor, again, I'm going to object as to Ms. Halsey is not a party to this matter. She has every right to associate with whoever she wants. Ms. Dodd does.
is there a
And
legal basis for your objection?
No.
No, Your Honor, I'm just wasting time.
Overrule the objection.
And you want to take Ms. Halsey out of their lives, is that correct? Is that what you told Ms. Roberts a minute ago? If it's not, that's fine.
So are you asking me what I want right now?
Yeah, were you telling Ms. Roberts you don't want Ms. Halsey around your children?
Yes.
Okay. When she's come to your home and cared for your children and helped you clean up your home, take care of your home, and you had a good relationship with her until this came about.
I have never had a good relationship with her.
Okay?
I have done things for their family when her husband had cancer because of my wife and no other reason.
Would you be sad to know that JB testified that it makes him sad when you talk about Ms. Halsey badly?
I don't know that he's heard me talk about her badly, but
Okay. He knows you don't like her.
yes, he does.
Okay.
He doesn't either.
And inexplicably, I'm going to strike that. I don't think that matters. Did you know that Stuart Burns Elementary School does not take the middle schoolers in for childcare anymore? That was a misstatement on your part.
No, it wasn't a misstatement. I said, I'm not sure,
Okay.
but I think they do.
Okay, but you've not done anything to investigate that.
I checked the website.
Okay, that's more in Miss Dodd's area of y'all's family, is that correct?
No,
The morning that she came over to help you with the kids and get the kids to school, she called you to say, hey, I know you've got a meeting. The kids told me you've got a meeting. Do you want me to take them to school on their first day? She volunteered that. You didn't ask her, did you?
I don't remember how the conversation came up, but
A few minutes ago when you were testifying, you told Ms. Roberts that you reached out to her and said you needed help.
I have, yes.
Okay. But in that case, you did not. And in
I
this-
don't know.
Okay. Well, do you know anything?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative, badgering.
It is argumentative, sustained.
Judge, I think I'm done.
Redirect. Can you redirect, Ms. Roberts?
Yes, Your Honor, just a second, please. No, Your Honor, that's all.
All right, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes, sir.
And I understand you and this lady have been married for some time, but I want to know exactly, you have to admit that it's a little unusual how you and she came together, would you not? For example, the fact that she moved into your home when she was how old?
18,
18?
yes,
And then you married her when she was 19?
20.
20, okay. You married her when she was 20. And there is how much of an age difference is there between the two of you? 26 years, something like
22 or
that?
23, yes. Sir.
All right. So do you understand how that can give an impression that perhaps you took advantage of a young person when she was living in your home I'm not saying you did, but I just want you to understand that.
I do.
You do understand that?
Yes.
All right. And there's been some question about the fact that she claims that you told her she has to be submissive to her. Do you feel like that's been the situation between the two of you during the marriage, that she had to be submissive to you?
No, sir. That conversation, she keeps throwing up pieces of a Bible verse that said, I am to
I'm well
love my
aware of the
wife."
Bible verses.
I understand, but she kept throwing that at me, and I told her she's taking the verse out of context. If you want to take it, you got to take the whole thing. Because it's not just the husband has to love his wife like Christ loved the church. The wife has to submit herself to her own husband. And that was where that came from. I've never asked for her to be submissive. I've never tried to control her.
All right, we're not going to get too much into to the religious aspect of that. Anyway, this is a court of law, not of religion. But the fact of the matter is that you're asking to go to a week with your child. Where are you going to live during the week that you have the children?
In the house,
Where are you going to live in the week you don't have the children?
probably at my mother's in Franklin.
Okay. So in other words, what you want to do is just extend the time that you have now to a full week and keep the rotation in and out.
We have talked about a week-to-week schedule as far as if this comes to a divorce for a permanent parenting plan. And I've been met with resistance the entire time.
All right, step down. Any other witnesses?
Nothing further.
No, Your Honor.
I'll hear you in argument.
Judge, it's apparent that Mr. Dodd does not have the best interest of these children at heart.
Does not what?
Does not have the best interest of the children at heart in this case. We've gone for 3 months and this has worked for them. They have gotten along in the last 3 months. There have been few issues, but they've gotten along.
Well, they've gotten along. He sees them every weekend right now, and you're asking to remove that or to reduce that by 50%, right?
Well, I am to a degree, Judge, but I would submit to the court that I don't know that my client's completely averse to continuing to do what they do. It has worked. Now, so that she had some fun time with the children, that's the reason that she did that. That or we can alternate 2 days in the off week. This gentleman has spoken to the child about people that this child loves. JB said he loved Miss Halsey, and it made him sad that he's got it out for Miss Halsey, but Miss Halsey has been supportive of his wife, so that's not surprising. He's been trying to create a divide between Miss Halsey and the children. He's been trying to create a divide between his daughter and the stepmother who's raised the child. I think it speaks volumes today that he finally admitted that he has not stopped when she's asked him to stop in a sexual relationship. He's not necessarily a safe person as far as she's concerned. The two of them should not be in the same household for that reason. She has co-parented. She has made sure he knew when and where and how and what to be in all of these instances, and he has detrimentally relied on her to make sure he gets where he needs to be. He's detrimentally relied on her to make sure bills get paid. Now all of a sudden this complaint gets filed and he decides he wants 50-50 custody. He decides that he wants to pay all the bills. He decides he wants to take all the money out of the accounts. That is retribution to the wife. It's not appropriate. I would ask that the court award the wife spousal support, child support, and also
How much spousal support are you seeking?
we're asking that it make up the difference between her debts. We're asking for $1,000 a month, please.
$1,000 a month in addition to child support?
Yes, that or the payment. I think that they should continue the spousal support, just like we did in one of our other cases in Humphreys County that you were over. Maybe the spousal support could be the payment of the bills at the marital residence as it has been occurring. That would probably more be appropriate. I'm trying to be fast for Ms. Roth.
Ms. Roberts?
Your Honor, these parties have been married for 13 years. It is not disputed that they entered this marriage with the understanding that he was going to be the primary breadwinner and that she would be a stay-at-home mom, at least through the early years of their children's lives. Mrs. Dodd has decided she does not want to be married to Mr. Dodd anymore, which is her absolute right to do that. But they have lived together and operated and raised these kids together. And she wants to put herself up on a pedestal because she has been a stay-at-home mom without giving him any respect for the fact that he has been the primary breadwinner in this marriage. They both probably have overspent. Again, he's making a significant amount of money. They don't have savings. They don't have anything. They don't even have a home of their own, and still seem to not be able to make ends meet, even without a house payment. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, her statement, have you done this? Well, primarily. He's done it, he's cooked, he's cleaned, he's done the things that he wants to do. You know, I wish this case would have come in here and she just came in and said, look, I don't love him anymore, don't like him anymore, I've been primary, he's a good daddy, I'm a good mama, we need to work this out. But again, we had to start out by slinging mud and calling him and saying he's some lazy individual, and got her best friend in here talking about that he doesn't have he talked badly about his brother. I don't know what any of that has to do with what Your Honor's decision is going to be. The court has to maximize the time with both parents. The fact that you've got is both of these are capable parents to raise these kids. They live in a house that neither one of them have a lease or a right to live there. My client has a week-to-week schedule with his 17-year-old daughter, and he has just a scant few months to appreciate that and to have the last part of her childhood with his daughter. And the best way to effectuate the relationship between that child and the half-siblings and these people is to, again, play musical houses. Move these parents in and out on a week-to-week basis. She's testified that her best friend will let her live with her. He's testified he has a place with his mother on the weeks that they're not there. It's going to be apparent that Mrs. Dodd's going to have to move. She's got to find a place to go. She says she's looking. Then we'll know where she's going to be, where he's going to be when you can effectuate a final parenting plan. But on a temporary basis, there is no need to decrease anybody's time with these children. And the fact that she asked for him to have every weekend and her, it's a 4-3 schedule right now, 4-3 schedule. And to make it a 7-7 schedule, or even if you do a 2-2-3, or however you want to do it, but an equal schedule, I think is appropriate for this family. Even with a 50-50 schedule, I calculated the child support based on her $2,600 a month and his $7,000 and what I did on his income and expense statement. And he would owe $716, I think it was, a little over $700 a month, even with an equal schedule. But again, at this point in time, we need these bills paid. And I think the schedule, she needs to contribute her income just like he does to the payment of the gas, water, and electric. They need to pay her car payment, the daughter's car payment. If you do week to week, they put sufficient amount of money, even if you do it on a pro rata share. I can pull the guidelines up, and you know how on the guidelines it says how much percentage he makes and how much percentage she makes. They each put that percentage into the joint account to pay the bills. And he owes her $700 and some odd as child support. And that's in her account, his account, and they each put a pro rata amount into the joint account to pay the utilities. Both of us were neglectful in asking when the next rent, he said that she didn't know about the renter's insurance, but I think he said they pay it on a weekly basis. So the renter's insurance, the utilities, the cable, The car payment, both car payments, needs to be put in the account on a pro rata share, and those bills need to be paid. He buys his food when he's with the kids, she buys her food when she's with the kids. They pay 50-50 on any extracurricular activities. And that's what needs to be done on a temporary basis. And that's what we believe is in the best interest of the children.
Now, repeat to me again what you're saying about the financial situation that you're wanting me to do. I apologize.
Okay, well, Your Honor, I mean, even if you grant us a 50-50, 182.5 days. If I could, let me pull up my calculator.
I understand it's some $714 or something, is
Right,
what you're
it's
saying.
$700 and some odd dollars that he owes her. So that's a given. He's gonna, from his paycheck, he's got to give her $700. From her, $2,600, and his $7,000 minus the $700 and whatever per month. They're each going to have to put in for these household bills that they're sharing the house.
That's my question, is how exactly is that to be calculated?
Well, and I suggested that Your Honor's familiar with the child support worksheet where you put it in and it has the joint family income and then it has each party's pro rata share. He makes 75% of the income and she makes 25% of the income. They need to deposit 25% of the gas bill, he drives 75%. And you do it that way, he makes more money than she does. And they pay those expenses on the same pro rata share. But those extra expenses that both Ms. Duke and I had on our income and expense statement where we both were questioning what those were, he's gonna pay his food and clothing. When he's in the house, she's paying hers. He'll bring his laundry detergent, she'll bring her laundry detergent. While they're in the house week to week. But the fixed expenses will be divided. And I think that's the fairest way to do it, given the circumstances.
Thank you.